Hi all, welcome to the channel, welcome to the workshop. So we have the Mallard again. Now this one looks to be quite fiddly. We're still working on the back head. I don't know if I'm going to get to 56 as well, but I'm certainly going to try and see what I can do. You're already going to know by the title of this video, but we've got a few parts to add to the bulkhead on this one and a few wires to bend and shape. So let's get into it. Let's get building and roll the new titles.
Welcome to the workshop. Tools are ready to play. We're gonna build something great, starting here today. Piece by piece we go now.
Right, so we've got issue 55 of the Mallard. And we've got this piece today, which is there. Now, we've also had to collect quite a few pieces from the previous issues. So we've got some wire from issue 11. We've got some gauges from issue 49. We've got some gauges from issue 13. We've got to do a little bit of drilling into the parts that we have here at the minute on the sprue. We're then going to be bending a bit of metal, attaching the gauges that we've collected onto those parts of metal. And then, as you can see, we've got to do some little bits with the steam turret at the top. We're going to put some handles on there. And then we've got another bit of wire going in here. We've got to put a handle on the edge of that. And then we've even got more wire attaching that. We've then got more handles to go on. Doing some more drilling into this back head. And then we'll have something that looks like that at the end of it. Now, there's obviously quite a bit to do there, including drilling through this back head, which is not the easiest things to do, and it's quite a lengthy process doing all the drilling. So again, I'll do all the drilling off camera, including sorting out the holes in these parts as well, which just basically, I just put these on a piece of wood, put it on a bit of wood, and then I drill out the holes while they're still in here. But as for the back head, it's been a while since I showed you this, but this is quite a thick piece of metal, as you can see. And now we've got all these details on it, it's going to be even harder to drill out. It would have made more sense if they'd given us the idea of which holes needed drilling straight from the beginning, and then we could have done it all in one go. But that's what it is. Yeah, got a couple of holes just to drill in the top there, and I'll show you close up. There's still a few indents on there, so it looks like we might have even more drilling to do at some point. We got the Mallard story this time. It looks like this went through the printer press with a nice crease through the paper. We've got classic locomotives, and as I said, because that seems to be so involved, I don't think I'm going to get to issue 56. I do have the parts for issue 56 to hand, and again, that's going to be more backhead detail, but we'll see. I'll see how long this one takes first. Okay, so I've got those drilled out. Now, we only drilled out 2 of these handles. We were only told to drill out 2 of them, so that's all I've done. I have drilled out the small hole in the end of that one and the 2 small holes on that lever there. Both of those are 0.5 and these were 0.8. The first things we're going to be needing though are these 2 parts here. There's that one and this one. And I'll just tie that up with a sanding stick, just to get rid of those burrs. And the same with this one. And I'm just going to use a pair of pliers just to bend that tab to 90 degrees on there. And the same on this one. Now, we do have the line marking that. So I'm just going to put the pliers there and bend it where that line is. So we've got both of those like that. Now we need 2 of the gauges. Now we had a few pieces from issue 13 left over, but it's the 2 of the larger gauges that we need. So 1 and 2. And we also need a gauge from issue 49, which is, well, this one just here. As I said, still easier to find the parts if you leave them on the sprue like that. And then all we're going to be doing is taking our gauges and putting them on top of these brass pieces like that, and like that. So we've got the larger one and the smaller one together, and we're just going to glue those all in place. So we have both of those looking like that. Now I have left quite a bit of the stalks on there. I believe we're going to be putting something in there, so rather than having it too short or anything, I've left it like that, and they are showing that in the picture. But we can always file that down and adjust as we need to. Now we're not actually doing anything with these, so these will go to the side, and we will use them at a later stage, I am sure. So because I've just built that up in 55, I will put all those together in 55 like that. So we've got those nice and safe. And now the next thing we're doing is we're looking at this little steam turret up here. Now we need to cut off the ends of these just a little bit and then file them flat. Now I'm just going to do a quick test fit with one of these wheels, just so I know how much I need to actually take off. And it's one of these tiny wheels at the bottom here. Now I'm glad to check that before cutting it off just arbitrarily, because that wheel actually fits on there really nicely, as you can just about see hopefully. So I'm not going to cut these down. I think they are pretty much how they need to be. So I'm going to put the other 3 wheels on there. Right, so we've got those 4 wheels in there. Now, I am extremely surprised I didn't lose one of those. They were quite fiddly to put on. I was using power tweezers. It is worth noting that we do have 2 spares for that, and we've actually got 2 spares of the other wheels as well. So, in fact, actually, there's 3 spares of the tiny wheels. So, considering we've only got 4 to put on, and they've given us 3 spares, they're not holding out much confidence in our ability. But yeah, all 4 of those are on there. You will notice that I've put them so that the burr is sort of pretty much pointing upwards. I'm going to take that down when the glue is fully set, just using the sanding stick. But it was easy to do it there, and it's going to be difficult to try and hold that in a pair of tweezers and actually, or say even pliers. It'd be difficult to hold and then also file that down. So that's what I've done. All I've done is just touch a bit of glue behind these when they've been put in, and I'm going to file down the front as well, just make sure they all look uniform. Next up, needed to drill a 0.5mm hole in the side of this piece, and that is the brake valve. And what we're going to be doing is taking a bit of our 0.5mm wire that came in issue 11. We're going to place that into that hole. I will dip this in some glue in a second. Just making sure it actually fits. It does. So just going to dip that into some glue. Place that in the hole like that. And then once that's dried, we're going to cut it off, leaving about 2mm left over. Now I'm going to leave a little bit more than 2mm. So we've got that looking like that. And then we've got our brake valve lever. And I'm just going to place that using the center hole onto that part that we attached there. I'm just going to push that along and have it about there, I reckon. And again, just going to put a bit of glue on that. Just going to make sure it pops out and up a little bit. And we do need another 0.5mm wire. And this is going to simulate the handle. So we're going to pop that through the hole here. Again, just going to touch some glue onto there. Make sure that is in nicely. And then just going to trim off a little bit of excess, like that. And that is effectively the handle, like so. And then next up we have our injector handles, which will be going just on here and here. Now they are a little bit of a tight fit. So just going to round these points off a little bit. So we've got both the handles on there like that. And then now we just need this shelf part. And all we're doing this is we're bending down these two tabs at 90 degrees, like so. And then I've drilled 2 holes in the back head there that you can see. And this is just going to sit in there, like so. We've got that in there like that. And I'm just going to glue that from the other side. And that is what that is looking like. And that is all there is to do in that stage. We do have this little lever still left on this fret, so I'm going to keep that to one side. And we'll keep that safe in this packet. Now, I won't do issue 56. This is taking long enough with all the drilling, etc. And this is probably not going to go out on Monday. It's probably now going to go out on Tuesday, so it'll be a Mallard Tuesday, so a Monday. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please remember to give it a big thumbs up. So, added a bit more detail to the back head, looking quite good with all the extra brass on there now. Next time we will be doing issue 56, and we'll be adding even more brass to that back head. And then I believe we're moving on to the coupling rods for the engine. So that'll be exciting, won't it? If you want to see that or anything else that goes on in the workshop, please do remember to hit that subscribe button and ding that bell, and then you'll be notified when I release a new video. And as always, I'll see you around. Cheers.